Yo, what is up, you guys? Hope the partying like every day is your birthday, because we got video number 11 for you guys. Well, it's probably not all going to be posted in one day, but I did stay up and record 11 videos for you guys. So I really hope y'all do appreciate it, because we are on our grind, and that's pretty much what I did for most of my day off. I slept, and I did that, because we've been working like 45 hours at work. 30, 40, 35, 40, 45 hours at work every single week. For you guys, you know, trying to get, well, not for you guys, but that's for me, trying to get my money up, trying to, you know, do these things, get some better equipment, start a little business thing on the side, do all these things, because sadly, you need money in life to do shit, you know, screw that. But without further ado, we are going to get right to it, man. Shout out to Vinny, too. Make sure y'all go show him some love. Hey, man, shout out to Vinny, bro. He finally hit that 1 milli mark, bro. Absolutely insane having 1 million subscribers. That's a dream come true, and I know he is super happy about that. That's a lot, y'all. 1 million subscribers. 1 million. It's insane. But without further ado, we're going to hop right to this video, and I hope you guys do enjoy. What's this video? Top 10 best anime fights of 2020, 2022? Say less.
It's only been 2 years or so into the new decade, but if there's one thing that anime never disappoints in, is giving us encounters and battles to remember. It's these fights that most people love, and it's these fights that help anime continue its surge of popularity into the mainstream. So for today, I'm going to be going over 10 of my favourite fights from the years 2020 to 2022. And for an added challenge, I'll be limiting my options to only new anime for those years. You ready?
Whoa. What is this? Brawler vs. Executioner, Akudama Drive? Damn!
Akudama Drive was the
that
surprise
shit
of the
is
season.
fire, bro.
It's high-octane action.
How have I never heard of this anime before? This shit is very clean cut. They got some great fight scene quality in here, too, with the way the hits are and the rain comes off of them. It's actually insane. Sound effects on point, too.
Akudama Drive was the surprise of the season. It's high-octane action with a flash of sci-fi edginess and mayhem. The chaos is quite fitting, considering the state of the world in those parts of 2020. It felt like it was yesterday when anime fans were getting dazzled by the action and intensity of this original anime. It shines in how it revels in the craziness, and this fight is a shining example of that. The two characters brawl in a game center, blitzing through the place and delivering furious blows to one another. You see a lot of wild moments like structures being thrown and no-holds-barred beatdowns, all in a span of just 2 minutes. The whole thing feels more like a dance where the two are having the time of their lives. Overall, it's a nice fight that more or less captures the essence of what Akudama Drive is.
Why is he punching himself?
Drive is no way represented by fights alone, but it's this kind of frantic action and vintage feel that really helped it stand out amongst its peers in the fall of 2020. Next is Team RWBY versus Nevermore.
Team RWBY versus Nevermore.
Here's something from a new show on the block. It's been a few episodes, and I think that Ice Queendom has generally left a good impression on me. I really love major fights that showcase team dynamics, and this one is an early example of that. As a standalone fight, it's pretty good. It does a good job of letting the characters play their roles in the team while they're working together, defeating the enemy using their combined strengths. It does feel extra satisfying to see the battle end in their victory. It's quite a nice fight, and it could be a good way to get people to check out Ice Queendom. It could be recency bias that made me put this up here, but I do think that Ice Queendom
this don't look too crazy to me.
Anime version of the popular series so far. It's good to watch as a standalone, but I think it's even better to watch as a fan who can do some comparing and contrasting between the original and this one.
This one probably not my cup of tea. Damn, she did kill that shit,
Up next,
though.
we have White Cat's Legends Final Fight. Yes, it's been a while since I talked about Chinese anime, but we have a great one here. White Cat Legend is a pretty fun and underrated show that aired during the early part of 2020. It unsurprisingly went under the radar like a lot of other non-Japanese shows, but it's got some epic fights like this one right here. For this fight, I just love how smooth and sleek everything looked. The transitions just seem so seamless, and it's quite creative in its approach in animation. I also like
they both hungry as hell. They want that fish.
Shift from armed combat to hand and then right back, all while more and more things get added to the fight to keep things things from becoming
I don't think
redundant.
that's a fish.
It may not be the special effects fiesta that studios like Ufotable may have gotten used to, but in terms of honest, effort-filled animation, this one's definitely right up there. A good finale for an underrated show.
Yeah, that's a banger of a fight
We
scene
then
on
proceed
there.
to Boss
I like that
versus
one.
Bojji.
Boss versus Bojji, ranking of kings?
Talk about David versus Goliath. We've come to know ranking.
Oh my God, I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, I fucking hate that shit, bro. God, shit. Man, that shit totally kills my reaction mood when that happens, bro. That's like the third or fourth time it's happened today. I told y'all, we've been checking out hella videos.
Rising to the top, but no fight in the series exemplifies that concept as blatantly as this, and it also does a damn good job of showcasing part of why people have come to love Ranking of Kings. Bigger isn't exactly better when you've got someone like Bojji, whose claim to fame is his amazing speed and agility.
I'm telling you guys, big is soup until you get someone quick, powerful, and fast. Because a big guy moves slow. Now, if you can get a big guy that's quick, powerful, and fast, then you win for a tough time.
The fight itself may not be some insane Sakuga fest, but I really love how it makes the audience feel like they're part of it. The camera angles and movement really capture what it's like to be Bojji, trying to scale this titanic opponent in order to deliver the finishing blow. It's a fight that takes the audience along for the ride, and I really love how that further enhances what's already been a good fight. Don't let the shortness of this fight, I mean, it's just a little over a minute, fool you, because it's a minute or two of some of the best fight directing we've seen in the past 2 years or so. Before reaching the halfway mark, we take a look at Destiny versus Orpheus.
I thought he was fighting a big guy.
Takt Op Destiny had a lot of big names behind it, and by the end of it all, it was overall a satisfying ride that gave me more than I asked for in a mobile game anime. The story's straightforward, but it is also enjoyable, and it's mostly due to its presentation. There's just a joy to be found in playing climactic battles in mobile games, and this fight just embodies that same feeling. The villain attacks are frantic, and the heroes find themselves in a race against time to defeat a seemingly unbeatable foe. Heck, you even get the reviving boss that comes back stronger, only to be beaten by the good guys with renewed resolve. I just like how this ended not with powers, but a good old bare-handed thrashing. If anything, the fight captures the feel of what it's promoting, and for me, that's a job well done.
I love the artwork on the lady character right there, bro.
Something to be talked about for
the
years to
green
come.
and blue shit's up.
It's a very fun watch, and while it had so many chances to become a disastrous game adaptation that made no sense whatsoever, it rose up and became a show that we can all enjoy.
Damn. They both knocked each other out?
Oh, and if you're enjoying this video so far and somehow aren't subscribed yet, then what are you waiting for?
Man, how are you not subscribed? I'm saying, bro. Get your bitch ass.
It won't take long, and you can even ring the bell to be the next in line for our next video. Alright, that's enough of this break. Time to watch more exciting fights. Since we talked about Takt Op already, how about something quite similar in feel? Here's Vivy with its astounding Vivy versus Yugo
Nah,
fight.
the hair grab is fucked up, bro. That's uncalled for.
If Takt Op is all about the sci-fi girls and the weapons, explosions, and occasional brawling to create a spectacle, Vivy as a series takes its fights in a slightly different
beautiful
direction.
hand-to-hand
Instead,
right
it chooses
here.
to wow our eyes with some of the finest fight choreography and camera work you'd get from a show like this, and amongst the many battles the show has to offer, I feel like I want to feature the Vivy versus Yugo fight today. For a show that's as sci-fi as you can get, it's quite a pleasant surprise to see fighters meticulously crafted and choreographed like this, from their fall to the eventual close
See, oh, this is like prime anime for me. This is what I would love to see from One Piece now. Like, y'all know Marineford when it comes to One Piece? That's how I wish One Piece was keeping their stuff. Maybe just adding more insane graphics, more insane powers. I really dislike the fight with Kaido. I just think it's too much, bro, with all the flying around and bullshit like that. Feels like I'm watching a Dragon Ball Z ripoff. I really hope that they don't keep doing that bullshit with One Piece, because if they do, it's going to ruin the whole entire anime for me. If y'all didn't see me talk about it in the one video, I just really don't like where they're going in the path that they're headed on. They're doing the normal anime shit where, well, not the normal, but the sometimes anime shit where they mess up their anime because they think, oh, well, to to bring our anime to the next level, we have to have them flying around and attacking each other. Like, no, bro, you need good graphics, good powers, and good fight scenes.
Land, you get sucked into the action through its excellent use
like
of
this right here,
pacing and shots for
top
added
tier.
impact. There's quite a bit of bullet time going on before having the fight shift to frantic chaos. Overall, I think that Vivy is a show that people get into not because of the action, but when they do get into it, fights like these are nice offers to give the show a little something extra. What if you want to find
that thing's
a show
sucking
with
his
fights
brain.
as its main feature? God of High School it is then. Ironically, people have been saying that the people behind God of High School focus too much on the fights to the detriment of everything else. I'm inclined to agree, so when it comes to seeing the encounters between some of the toughest tournament competitors, they better not disappoint. Thankfully, Jin versus Vivy didn't disappoint in the slightest. This is, in my opinion, a fight that's emblematic of what God of High School has to offer. It's got the old-fashioned brawling, it's got the integration of real-world martial arts into its technique, and it caps everything off with anime powers integrated in its over-the-top stances. Oh, and some great flashbacks to give a chance for some reversal and add some spice to characters in between the moves too. It pretty much is the quintessential style for anime fights that feature a lot of martial arts influence. I liked it back when it was being done in the 90s. I liked it when the style became prominent in the 2000s, and even in the present, it still holds up pretty well. Xuan versus Wrath is next on the list.
This is a beauty right here. Fog of the 5 Elements is, I think, very...
Remember
it's one I don't hear enough about.
Fog Hill? You don't? I guess you need to go back and check the 2020 videos and see how good this thing looks. Fog Hill of 5 Elements is a Chinese anime that spans only 3 episodes, but it's pretty cool how there are already multiple fights that can be...
This is only 3 episodes, y'all. This is what I'm doing my next review on right here. This is my next anime, or if you go on the BdayReacts channel, this will be the next thing that we review. Only 3 episodes. I'm gonna definitely check it out. Probably tonight.
I guess you need to go back and check the 2020 videos and see how good this thing looks. Fog Hill of 5 Elements is a Chinese anime that spans only 3 episodes, but it's pretty cool how there are already multiple fights that could be considered Fight of the Year back when it was airing. It's largely due to how good it looks. The art style may seem simple, but it does have a unique flair to it, something that makes everything look so distinct and memorable. Then the characters start moving, and we get treated to some astoundingly smooth animation. I also like the progression in the fight and how it escalates over time. It brings the intensity in a way that you don't see too much even in modern anime. You know the coolest part about this though? Fog Hill is done by a rather small studio, and you can tell that even if there weren't a lot of people involved in this, the people did put their all in this project. It's got animation that can go toe-to-toe with your mappas and such, but with far few resources. These guys were also responsible for White Cat Legend, which released a bit earlier, and you can tell why they haven't lost a beat. In fact, they may have even got better at it.
Good night.
Team Rudius versus Orsted shows us what Mushoku Tensei can do with its fights.
If y'all didn't see the review we gave on this, you know, I messed it up. It was supposed to be Ichi anime. My dumbass. Oh, Tensei. I hate Tensei anime. I hate Tensei. Ichi. If you haven't checked out the B-Day review, I totally crucified the whole entire damn video. My dumbass. Kept saying Ichi, it kept saying... What did I keep saying? Tensei. It's Ichi that I don't like. If this, y'all, anime didn't have Ichi, this would be my favorite anime in the whole, like, in all of anime. But they have to have, they take the Ichi to an extreme on this. So, it bumps it down a little bit for me, but you still have got to push through those weird-ass moments, skip those weird-ass moments, and appreciate what they did in this anime. Some beautiful work, very clean cut, very nice fight scenes, super engaging, cool powers, cool adventures, cool monsters, and it is one of the top tier ones in the year, in my opinion.
It shows us what Mushoku Tensei can do with its fights. People don't immediately think of intense fights when they think of Mushoku Tensei. They could think of its influence in the isekai scene. They could think of the controversies. They could even think of how it's probably one of the most
isekai, whatever the hell, bro. Whatever the shit it's called.
Building. But this fight proves that in the action department, it could hang with the big boys. Fights serve a lot of purposes. Sometimes they serve as the climax of an arc or a way to build character. At times, they just serve to let the animation team flex their might. And at times, they serve to up the ante to build an unstoppable villain like what this one did for Orsted. Even after knowing the result of the fight, the whole sequence was still a joy to watch. With high-impact cuts and excellent voice acting as each member of Team Rudeus falls, this scene really brought the novel scene to life. While it's not as directly immersive as the Ranking of Kings fight, it still does a pretty good job helping the audience connect with what's happening and the huge pinch Team Rudeus is in. This fight did do a lot of things right. It showed our heroes in the most precarious positions they've been in, it showed us how overpowered Orsted is, and it added an extra layer of tension to the whole plot. Seeing Rudeus almost dying was a sight I bet you didn't expect to see now, did you?
I still don't get though why he healed him. I can't wait till they explain that and figure it out.
To wrap things up,
because he went,
Jujutsu
you know what I'm saying, he went from straight going to kill that man
was a
to healing him. Didn't really make too much sense to me.
I bet you didn't expect to see now, did you?
But, you know, I'm sure there's a reason for it. Of course, you know what I'm saying.
To wrap things up, we look at Jujutsu Kaisen's best
Ooh,
fight.
Jujutsu Kaisen, one of my favorite anime there is, bro. Top 3, definitely for me.
This fight is no stranger to anime fans who've been watching the hottest shows of late, and that's because it's just that awesome. Yuji and Todo versus Hanami simply shows the best that Jujutsu Kaisen has to offer. Fast-paced fights, a good showcase of powers, some good back and forth that makes a fight very unpredictable, and great utilization of the 2-on-1 scenario. The animators got their work cut out for them in helping this fight transition from manga to anime, and they passed the test with flying colors. This is a fight that takes us through a lot of twists and turns while letting both Yuji and Todo shine. Another good thing about this fight is how Gojo comes to end it with a breathtaking finisher. And that's it for my list. How does my list compare
Hey
to
man, I
yours?
hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know out of all of these fights which one was y'all's favorite in the comment. And it's really good. It's really hard to pick, but there's some absolutely insane bangers here. But Jujutsu Kaisen really is one of my favorite anime there is. I think they do such a beautiful job. Great animation, great fight scenes. There's not really too much. There's a little bit of that cringiness in it, but they don't do it too much where it's overwhelming and takes away from the show at all. And they just do a absolutely stand-up beautiful job with it. If you guys have not gone and checked out, please make sure you go check out the B-Day Review channel. Like I said, we're going to be doing the Fog Hill thing, and we're also doing a lot more on that channel, reviewing products, reviewing shows, movies, all kind of things. So, and you know, we take our time editing over there. Y'all, we put our all into our editing over there and make sure you guys are getting some top tier content. So I would really appreciate if y'all go check it out, show it some love. Because if you like these videos and you like these reactions, I promise you, you'll like those 100 times more, hopefully. But I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your day. Make sure you are grinding, getting on your shit, and can't wait to see what the next thing we watch is. I'm going to post a community tab, get some of y'all's requests. Have an amazing rest of your day. Shout out to Vinny too, and deuces, man.